Hi, Mitzi Sky here. This is my first chance getting to sit down and share my experience of taking that cold plunge on March 5th. Ooh, that was something else. I just like stayed in the stillness and just being real present and feeling my body, the cold, everything. I just want to shout out to Kasim Outlaw, who started this on his 40th birthday, and all of the people who joined him, the Freezing with Friends people. It was just such camaraderie. I just really respect all of it. I didn't have my camera, like I said, I was staying present. So, what happened? My blood pressure went up so high to like 190 something, over 100 and something, and my nose was bleeding as I was getting out of the water. So I went in the car and I lay down and just get my blood pressure to go down. I had the premonition that it would be a little dangerous for me, because my body's so unhealthy at this moment, with the blood pressure and diabetes and stuff. So I took my blood pressure, I took the pill, and it was just more confirmation to me that I need to take care of my body and why I was doing it, so I could have my best human experience, what that means for me. One thing happened. There was a reporter there, and she came up to us and she was like, "I'm going to make you guys famous." And I was like, and then she was asking people their name, but she was avoiding me. I noticed the tension. There was some tension of her avoiding me. And then, but she came to me and she said, "What's your name?" I said, "Mitzi Sky." And she was like, "Sky, S-K-Y." I was like, "Mitzi, M-I-T-Z-Y, Sky, S-K-Y," And then she was asking people why they were doing it and stuff like that. But again, she wouldn't make eye contact with me, and she avoided me. She turned her back every time I came towards her. But the thing about it, I didn't feel any way that she needed to talk to me. I'm going to share what I shared right before I went into the water. On my way there driving, I wanted to share why I was doing it, so I'm going to share that now. So I guess as a writer and storyteller, as a person who has taken back autonomy of my life situation, to do that, to share my story my way, her wanting to exclude me did not offend me. But I saw Viola Davis, sharing about why Black women's voice should be included, see Black women of excellence.
The reason why it's important for people to see a symbol of a Black woman as a standard of excellence is because usually we're not seen as that.
And I just thought about all of the Black women's voices. They were there, in the history. But as a little young girl growing up, I didn't see them, And like Katherine Johnson, who Taraji P. Henson played in Hidden Figures. I didn't see that. I was a smart kid, but didn't think I was smart, because I wasn't getting that message. I also think about the Black women who were frozen out. That were frozen out, in history, and we didn't get to hear their stories. They weren't writers and storytellers, but they did such amazing work. Everyday little things that matters, that as we saw like in the pandemic, people matter, and you couldn't get this whole world running without people who are doing the little things that we all need to survive in this society together. And so the voices that weren't heard, and they were there and they were just excluded because they didn't have that privilege of the microphone, or of the storytelling, or of the writing, or of the camera. But they were there, and so I just want to shout out so much respect to them, so much reverence to them. Like, thank you that you exist, that I exist in this moment. So as we celebrate Women's Month, and yesterday was March 9th. March 8th. Yesterday, March 8th, was International Women's Day. As we celebrate people, I was kind of hesitant to share, Happy Women's Day, because I know that we're more than, the category that somebody created to put us in, as we're this soul having this human experience, and people divide it up and divide us up, and, and all different things that happen because of what words that somebody created for us. So just know that we're just so much more. And as Kasim Outlaw likes to say, we are enough. So just shout out to Kasim. Get that book. Check out what he does. One of the things that happened on Saturday when I got home, it took 24 hours to recover, actually. I would just lay down there on the couch, and I was trying to read a fellow writer, Gabby Coatsworth. I was trying to read her book, Love's Journey Home. Beautiful story. I would fall asleep, and then I would get up, check my blood pressure, read a little bit more, and trying to read and get through it and fall asleep again. And I did that like all day long until in the nighttime, and got through 47 pages, and I really wanted to read it. So Sunday, I felt so much better. I spent it the whole day just reading the rest of the pages, 290 pages, and got it done. And just learning her story, phenomenal. What love could do when we just practice forgiveness and be with somebody. When you say better or for worse, you know, let it be that, you know, that love that stand through everything. See, the plunge into that cold water was like an unplugging. I'm a big Matrix fan, so whatever. That's just who I am. It was just an unplugging, because like just really paying attention to the amount of sugar and salt that I'm putting in. You know, like I said, you know, I didn't want to comfort my little self, comfort me to death, you know, with this whole thing coming from Jamaica, like December 22nd, the dead of winter, and I was so cold. I just like couldn't stand the cold for so long. But I even noticed like Saturday when I got home and I took a shower and I got out of the shower, like I didn't need to wrap up in my robe and a towel and stuff like that. I walked and I felt the chill on my shoulder and my back, and I knew that this too shall pass. And it did, you know, so that's definitely one thing I learned, you know, taking that plunge, you know, this too shall pass. And so, you know, I'm so glad that I did that, and just continue just paying attention to when I'm reaching for that sugar or salt that's not going to help me, it's going to hurt me, like not comfort myself to death, and just to, you know, resist and try to have this body have its best optimal health. So that's what I'm working towards. That's been the journey. And you know, a great friend just shared a story with me, Beatrice from Inner Fire. She shared a story with me, Gandhi. A mother came to Gandhi about her son. Her son would do anything that Mahatma Gandhi tell him to do. And so the son was eating so much sugar, and the mother just wanted him to stop, you know. And so she went to Gandhi and said, could you please tell my son to stop eating sugar, because he would do anything you tell him to do. So the Gandhi says to the mother, go for 10 days, come back in 10 days. You know, but the mother was like, come on, he's eating so much sugar. You know how much more sugar he will eat in 10 days? But, you know, she didn't say that to Gandhi. She just went, and then she came back in 10 days, brought her son. And Gandhi says to the son, you know, stop eating sugar. And the son is like, okay, I'll stop eating sugar. So the mother was concerned, was like, you know, Gandhi, like, why did you let me wait 10 days? And Gandhi was like, I had to stop eat sugar. You know, he needed that time to stop eating sugar. When she told me that, it was just a beautiful story. I just keep thinking about what I do when I do this work that I do. I call soul work. So, you know, I just keep saying I can't give what I don't have. Someone's, you know, just struggling right now. You're saying, hey, you could do this, you could do that, but you see it, and what I see is like, I could say you could do this, you could do that, and because I just see the possibility for them, I'm like, why can't I see the possibility for myself also? And so that's what I'm taking back, to be able to do that, to see the possibility for myself just as much I see it for someone else, and to know that we're in this together. But, you know, so I do want to share that, you know, we have to take back our stories. We have to share our stories. We have to speak up. We all matter, you know, and it's important to share our stories, you know. But here goes, please take a look at what I share of why I was doing this, you know, just trying to have my optimum health while having this human experience. All right. Freezing with friends.
The water is like fine. Really?
Is somebody doing a timer for us?
Yeah, I got it.
Don't put your hands on your Come on, you know, you got it. Your first time you are a rock star.
that's high. No, stand for me. Touch me.
Let's do a round thing. Maya, here.
Very cool.
Hey, you gotta go in. Close is around. It's not a movement. Hey! Close the circle.
Circle around.
Yeah! First timer there! I don't know if they told you, but it's your first time. You gotta dip to the center. First time! Yes! Yeah, she does it in her culture. Oh, that's all. Oh, you're another first timer! That's you got this, guys! Come on! That's it. Whenever you're ready to get out for newbies. Whoever's ready to get out, yeah. Get out. You got it.
Well done, Miss.
Yes!
Yes.
Good job! Good job,
and your max full capacity.
Whoa, so I'm here driving up to West Wharf Beach. I'm here driving up to Madison to meet up with Kasim and some of his friends to do a morning dunk in the river at the beach. Oh, wow. And, got my little motivation, call me Ace going. So, yeah, I just decided to do this because, I always want the best for the souls that are having this human experience in the role as my children and me being their mother. Gave my parents practice forgiveness, and my children and I have gotten a second chance to reconnect and be in love and awareness with each other. But still, each and every one of us having this soul journey, we have our work to do, and we have our pain and our crosses to bear and have to work it through. And so being in a mother role, you want the best for the person in the child role, and calling Kasim and say, hey, my kid is going through this, could you support them? But at the same time, my ego is so big, and I've lost 130 pounds by myself. I don't need anyone. I could do this. Oh, look at that sun. Yeah, that's what I'm driving into. I don't need anyone. My daughter, one of the things she said to me was, why do people have to hit rock bottom before this society reach out to help them? And what I noticed is, I said to Kasim once, I would actually for help, but my ego's too big. And so that's what came to me, is that we don't ask for help because our ego's too big. We won't humble ourselves and practice humility. So I just have to humble myself. What I want for somebody else, I have to want for myself. And I keep saying I don't want my little self to comfort. I don't want to comfort my little self to comfort me to death. Because I look at all of the pain and the violation to my body that I experience, and my behaviors of how I eat is a way of comforting myself and Man's Search for Meaning came to my mind, and I saw the possibility that I could do it. I just started thinking about, when they had to walk barefoot in the freezing cold when they were at the camp, and being treated like that. And some of them, he talks about, the people who live in the meaning and what they wanted for themselves and finding their purpose, and would find a way to get things done, because they had that purpose and that reason. So that's kind of what I think about, and they had to do that day in and day out at those death camps, during the Holocaust. They had to do that, I think about my ancestors, being packed up in slave ships and tied together and, piss, shit, everything on themselves because they've been, being treated such horrible ways, not being seen as human, and they survive, and the ones that had awareness of how this world works, they build, and even the ones that didn't have awareness,
third lane from the left.
as where I'm coming from, the lack of awareness that the people that raised me had, and the pain body that they put on me, that they experienced, that continued. I'm able to wake up out of that, and I have the opportunity to do that and show my children, the people, the souls that are in the roles of my children, that they could do that. So, yeah, so I've watched Brother Kasim, outlaw, on social media, getting in his cold water, and and I once said to him, I said, I want to do that, but I'm going to wait until when I lose some weight, and then I'll come out and do it with you. And he said, no, actually, he gave me the statistics, and I don't know the statistics as he does, but actually, no, it's actually good for you at the weight that you are, and all of the benefits that it'll do for your body. So, today is Saturday morning. I think on Monday morning or Tuesday morning, I decided I wanted to do this. And yesterday I Friday, I text Kasim that I want to do it, and so here I am. I'm getting it done. I've always been that way. I could be suffering for a long period of time, but once I get the awareness and understand why and the reason why I'm doing something, I just go for it. And this weight journey has been quite some time. It's been over 12 years now that I lost my first 70 pounds, and I've lost a total of 130 pounds. So I've made a lot of changes. At one point when I was 17 pounds, I was threatened that I was going to be put on insulin, and I didn't get on the insulin. I dropped the weight and actually got off of half of the diabetic medicine I was taking. So I was taking a small amount of diabetic medicine, but I could do better. I don't have to take it at all with changing my diet and exercise. Because I saw my mother end up on dialysis and stuff. So I'm going to try and do my best. So that's it. And I've been talking long enough. Yes. All right. On with it. On with the day. Blessings.
Yeah, I appreciate you sliding through here, girl. Hey, your max reach full capacity.